Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this place, tell us about this place. This is the place of your family, no?
Yeah, this is Mano village, and that is where I grew up. My mom is from here, and my dad is from the other side, from Smallpuka.
This
This
is
is
your
my
mom.
mom, yeah, my mom's cemetery.
Normally, in your culture, you bury the people in the land, in the same land where you live.
Yeah. No, we have a big, there's a cemetery, big cemetery there, but because I love my mom so much, I couldn't just put her down there. I wanted to keep her here because, mom gave me all the strength to do whatever that I'm doing now today.
She was your role model.
She was my role model, and she taught me lots of things. She taught me how I could love other people. I should love my neighbors, and I should do good to people.
Please, sister, I'm sorry to you.
It's okay.
How the
People talk about them as the lost generation. I, for one, never like to give that description for this group of people because they are there, they are living, they are alive, they are present. What they have lost is time. Time to go to school, time to live a normal life. And it dawned on me that something is happening to these young people. The girls, you didn't see that kind of behavior, but the boys, you saw it. They were expressing something, and they were starting to, like to identify with Bob Marley, identify with Lucky Dube. Because who will they identify with? Most of the people that they could identify with were busy in combat.
What made me get into early childhood education was putting it into a sample here so that you can see. I always draw this very rounded head. And then there are levels. Okay, we start with elementary first here. This is the elementary level of education. And then we have the tertiary institutions, university, and these are. So what was missing was this one here, early childhood level of education. So I said, oh, I can start a school. I started the school here. From the 5 children, I went up to 30, and it couldn't cater for 30 children. So I turned this one out. This building it's still a family building here. So I turned it out into a classroom. Towards the term 2, it went up to 78. And I was like, where will I put these children?
When these community volunteers started their schools and these initiatives under their homes, we thought it was a great way to partner with them to bring education into these communities. We know, and research also shows, that the earlier a child is engaged in learning, because from the womb all the way out, kids are already learning. It's really important to engage them and their brain and cognitive ability much early on.
Goose and Dizzy Duck play hide and seek. At the age like this here, they learn from each other. For example, if Jamila doesn't know how to pronounce letter H, Jenna is there to help her.
Virus.
We partner with these community learning centers over a 3-year period, and every 6 months we go to check them and see whether they are working in line with the targets that we've set for them.
I'm happy that my school was selected for the project, early childhood project, and I know that my 2 teachers will learn. It's a good opportunity for us getting in touch with Digicel. And I know that it's going to be a big help, especially for the teachers, to be more qualified in teaching the children at this age.
What we are essentially trying to do is from this crop find 3 or 4 really strong teachers that we can help invest in to get their certificate 3 and then essentially get a diploma in early childhood education so they can begin rolling the program out for us in the province.
And support each child's health needs also. Okay? Then the second element talks about provide opportunities to meet child's needs.
Sing out loud and say, and it's a beautiful day for running in the sun. A beautiful day has just begun. A beautiful day to do what I wanna do. It is a beautiful day to be alive.
It was a morning when this rebel came ruling the whole street of Arawa town, and there was like trucks were sirening and people were shouting, and we quickly moved to the class door, the gate, and my boss told me, "You lock the gate, Mrs. Polly." So I have to lock the gate. So the admin started ringing and contacting the parents, "Please come quickly and collect the students."
Grade 1 and 2, station 1 inside. Hands by your side. Hands by your side. Okay, it's good. We can jump, but you have to listen. No?
I always retell this story to my children. So how we came out of Arawa was like, I have to talk to my husband and tell him that if the rebel would come, I would tell them that I have to visit my father because he's very, very sick. That was a lie that I made. And I told my husband to support me on that in order for us to get off Arawa. You need a table, son? So I told the tribal man when he came one afternoon, it was a Friday, and I told him that, "Please, can we go home?" And then he asked, "Why are you going home?" And I said, "My father is very sick, and we need to go there." So he turned back to my husband, to Fred, and said, "Is it true?" And then Fred said, "Yes." And then he turned back to me and said, "When do you want to leave?" And then I said, "Tomorrow." So we took off very early morning back to Buka. And we drove all the way to our village, and he left us there. And before he left us, he said, "Please, Margaret, make sure you bring Fred back because he is our good dentist." And I said, "Yeah, he'll come back." We believe with the word of God. That's the only source of peace back to Bougainville. And the CO, commanding officer, asked if Fred can lead a choir. And so he mobilized the youth from the various denomination. So we started to mobilize them. Then we went one time to where the army headquarters was. And that's where we used to practice there and sing. Sitting inside the church at the headquarters for the army, and the notes, the paper square were given out. They wouldn't. Some of our youth, girls and boys, only not been sabelo how to read. So with realizing that, I had to use my girls again. Please go and sit with them. And you just go line by line with your finger. When I saw that, it reminds me that, could be there are some children too are lacking this also. That's the thing that motivated me to start a children literacy here in Sohano.
I would describe my mom as a woman who believes in what she does, a woman with great vision. She works her talk. What she achieved is for the good of herself and for the interests of the ones that are in concern.
I saw the need of children like they were roaming around. And then the thing that really boosted me up with their interest, I had to educate my children first. My son, because he was left out. He was left out in the school time because of this activity. So I started educating him in the house. And then because he thought that this was boring him alone, and he went out and told his other friends, hey, Mom is teaching me in the house, why can't you come? So we started with 4. And then they would come in, and for some sort of 15 minutes, half an hour, they would say, Mipla less now. Say, go, it's okay, go, but see you tomorrow. I would say, see you tomorrow, come back. Yes, we'll come back again. So with the little literacy they're taking home, the little drawings and all this, they would go home, and there's some other children, they would come, what have you got on your hands? And then they would show them. And that would really tell them that, where about is this? And they said, there, in Mrs. Polly's house, Fred Polly's house.
Taking me back to my childhood, I was so fond of, kids. Yeah, when I was a little girl, I loved to look after babies. Yeah, and taking the responsibility of mom for my last brother, it really gives me all the interest.
Thank you. Smooth, rough, now me ba possible now. No can kisipan na you volume long time. Lick time to so na you continue passing them.
Many a times I felt like giving up because of no supporting from government, education, NGOs that we write to them asking for support. We never got any response back, and I would say, why did I start this? I would challenge my husband. I said, why did you supported me to start this school? I'm not getting any support. He would say to me, follow your heart. It is your heart for the children that you told me, so you don't give up. There's going to be something good in the next years to come.
Play basketball na soccer. It's a good rule. Hands down, yes.
With the teacher to students approach was mostly blackboard, approach where students just copy things from the blackboard without, using concrete materials and so, which limit their cognitive development to explore and connect. So with the hands-on, it's like less writing on the blackboard, more hands-on with crayons, paints, brush, plants from life experience outside. So that's more to hands-on things, yeah. So it gives the opportunity for the child to learn beyond his own imagination, and so a free spirit comes in there. Are you there already at the ocean? No. Not yet. Okay, please close your eyes. What can you see?
It's a corals.
Corals. What else?
It's a boat.
Tuta, just walking down to the beach. We are not there yet. Having my two teachers to be trained under the program of TAFE and DSHL funding it is a very big blessing, I would say. Yeah, for so long we've been asking the government to come in and train or put us into some training of elementary and early childhood, but we were not successful. But with what my two teachers have gone through, I'm I feel relief, yeah. And from what they learn, they will help me to implement the quality of play base.
I thank my family here for supporting me all through when I started establishing preschool here. I want to thank them all here for supporting me through of difficulties in finance. They were always with me all through. And now I'm solid. I see that this school has roots and it's solid.
I would like to say thank you to the DSHL Foundation selecting us, my school, our school here, being part of the early childhood teacher training. I thought that no one would come and visit us here, but you came down to our level and here you are here with us, which is, I don't know how will I express myself, but it's just amazing having you here with us.